Okay, so now this time what I want to do, new list, right? The list idea is pretty simple, okay? I kind of wanted to do, like, these are things I've seen over time, right? Kind of like popular suggestions slash things that would be nice for the casual player, okay? Just so like a new list. This isn't as big, but obviously for starters, right? World events, you know what I mean, right? Layer 3. Oh, let's just get out, you know what I mean? Void Sea, Void Tower, right? Obviously, like, New Luminant. This is obviously stuff that every single player wants. Conquest is like the least, right? But obviously, like, I think like the big 3 for sure. Void Sea, New Luminant, Layer 3, and you can put like honorable mentions to world events. Conquest last. But honestly, I think like these will carry Deepwoken to the next step, right? Way more players, way more exploration, and we can see it truly come back to what I think Deepwoken was really meant to be, especially with these 3 right here. But we'll see. All right. Next up, I think that could really be nice for the casual player, because this is more on the video I was watching, passive talents. That was actually a great idea, right? For those who don't know, basically it's like turning the talents like Gourmand, for example. Actually, no, Gourmand gives you 1, but you guys know what I'm talking about, right? It gives you 1 posture, but things like Gourmand, like the ability to get like chef talents, right? Where you can basically, it's like they won't affect combat. They'll be nice for just like other stuff, right? It's just more like it fits like the lore slash world. It's the world building part of Deepwoken, right? It's not supposed to be like super min-max sort of stuff, right? It's just supposed to be like nice little side stuff for your character. I think this is like the best idea by far, besides obviously this stuff. But this is like the #1 idea that I think, I don't know, man. Dude, I think it would actually like low-key save Deepwoken a little bit. Next up, W rank cosmetic slash reward. Another thing, just like it could be like, I don't know, there was like a really cool idea that Nogo had where it was basically like you have like the helmet, right? And you would just be able to, you know, like it shows that you're like, you know, the W rank. Something, just a little something, bro. Nothing crazy. Next up, this is actually a big one for balancing, right? Dev place dummy. Now, what is this? You might be asking, right? Basically, you guys have probably seen it before on like rags, like screenshots or videos. Essentially, the idea is like, you have kind of like a little like mud skipper dummy, right? And whenever you hit it, it like shows like the damage numbers on top, right? Let's say like 120. You hit him for 120 damage. That's kind of what is it called? Like, I don't know. I think players would be really want something like this just for balance sake. Next up, obtainable race. An obtainable race, I think this is like one of the also top suggested things I've been seeing, right? It could just be like I think like a robot race, right? Hey man, look, I know it's stealing the idea of construct, but like a robot sort of like hybrid race would be like sick as hell, you know what I mean? I don't know about Eden Kite, but like it's like robot, you know what I mean? You're like half robot, like cyborg robot, you know what I mean? Or Eden Kite would be cool, but the problem is we already have Drakkard, which is like kind of teaming on that. But I don't know, bro, like a sort of robot cyborg race. Like you can still see that you're an Adret, right? So like let's just say like you have like the marks or whatever, you know what I mean? Right, you have like the marks. Actually, I forgot what the marks are like. You have like the marks or whatever, but like you're a cyborg, right? I don't know, just something nice on that. New origins, huh? Here's the problem with new origin. You already know what I'm about to bring up, man. The problem with new origins is that they have to be properly fleshed out. They have to be fleshed out well enough, else you will get, well, you'll get this. You know, y'all got any fun? Like, anytime like I think about somebody saying new origin, they gotta flesh. You can't have this, man. For the longest time, bro, it's still mid. Still mid. I gotta make like a video on everything Ceramide Hollow could be, but like, I know this is not necessarily like related to the origin, because technically, right, the origin and the dungeon are technically separated, right? But they came together. They were kind of tied together, and it's like, bro, it's gotta be some unique gameplay, or else the origin's not going to be fun to do, because what it will end up being is that people will only pick it for the end game benefit. Well, people already do that anyway, but at least initially when it drops, right? Like, people want to have a little mix up to their Deepwoken gameplay. Like, that was the original point of Origins, right? Voidwalker, you're PvPing really only. Deep Down, you're doing it in the depths only, right? Which is different from Overworld. But like, what is Ignition Union really? If you think about Ignition Union, it's the same thing. It's just like slightly it's like having your friend copy your homework, but it's like slightly changed up. It's basically that. Quests or whatever, like the job board, brother, it's the same events. You know what I mean? It's the exact same events. Now, if the events were genuinely like different and unique and a little bit more interesting, oh yeah, okay, a new way to, you got these unique quests that you can do that aren't be it the stutter of the century, that aren't basically doable by anybody else. You see what I mean, right? They're not doable by anybody else. With this Origin, unfortunately, you just don't have that. You just don't have that, man. The quests are just, you can already, it's like go kill a Sharka. Brother, we've been doing that for 2 years, you know what I mean? But, right? Now imagine this, imagine a quest, right? It's like, I would love to see like quest lines, right? Like rarer quests that you get the job board, right? And it's like Sharko Mutant. You know what I mean? Mutant, maybe. And it's like Sharko Mutant. Okay, it's like a, you know what I mean? And they have like stars for the difficulty. You know, maybe it's like a 6-star. It's like, what the hell, boy? 6-star difficulty? Wait, what the hell? Right? Now imagine you go and you're going on a quest, right? I brought this up before. You see like a humanoid squibbo like Sharko, right? And he's sitting there looking at you. Now you can talk to him, right? You can talk to him. He's like, yo, what's up? Now imagine he has like a baby Sharka behind him. Baby Sharka behind him. Now what you can do, you can kill this motherfucker for good ass EXP. Plus 20 EXP, you know what I'm saying? Plus 2 knowledge, you get a level up. But guess what? Now the baby's crying. See? The reason it's 6-star is because morally, you're like, damn, I just killed this nigga's father in front of his son. You know what I mean, right? You feel bad.
We do not care.
So it's like a choice. It's like a choice you make. And we don't have that in games like Fallout, right? There's like odd quests like that where it's like, oh damn, like I could just blow this nigga's face off. But you could also speak to him, you know what I mean? You speak to him, he's like, hey bruh, can you go find my wife? And it's like, oh, he had a wife. Yo. And it's like, you see what I mean, right? If you killed him and then later on you found out he had a wife too, like now that makes you feel extra sad. But if you do the quest, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find his wife, you know what I mean? And the quest is you're trying to fix their, you know, their marriage. It's a little rocky, right? You talk to the wife, Charco. She's like, oh, I don't like that nigga. Sad. But then, right, he gives you a little quest item, right? You give her the gift, and she's like, oh my goodness. Bam! Relationship fixed. You go back to him, talk to him again. Quest completed. Quest completed. And guess what, chat? Hear me out. The thing is, you guys might be thinking I'm crazy right now, but I guarantee you, if that was a quest in game, it'd be fire. Chat, tell me that wouldn't be fire though. Tell me that wouldn't be a fire ass quest. You'd be like, that was a different and unique quest. Not just go and kill a Sharko. Go and kill a Thresher. Go and kill a King Gigaman. Like, you see what I mean, right? Like quests like, bro, that would be interesting as fuck. A little story quest. It's rare, and maybe it gives you a little unique Sharko head thing you can, something, you know? Like, okay. This is what but like, I'm just giving you as an example, right? Like, imagine this is something only Ignition Union motherfuckers could see. Like, it's like, it would just be a good first impression, right, chat? That's the point. Obviously, right, if everyone's like min-maxing, they just want to prog, right? They've done the quest at this point a lot of times. They know all the endings, etc., right? But my point is that whenever an Origin at least initially drops, it should feel unique enough to where it's like, oh, wow, it really feels like it's actually something new to try out, right? New quests, new ways to play the game. You guys get what I'm saying, right? It's like, bro, the dot.
If y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to go click on these other videos, man. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.